Oh, Laurel. Let's give it up for Laurel. I believe talking on AI for growth, right?
Yes.
Ow, you gave me a electric shock.
That's a good sign. Maybe. Electric presentation.
All right, the stage is yours. Take it away.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about custom GPTs and how they can change your life. Put up your hand if you've actually used a custom GPT before. Okay, I see a few. If you haven't used a custom GPT, it's basically like ChatGPT, but on steroids. Because you program it with information, so it will tell you whatever you want to hear. I have another question for you. What if I told you that your dream life was one conversation away? Would you want to have that conversation?
Yes.
Yes? What if it was with an AI bot? I don't blame you, but I'm going to tell you or share with you how it has changed my life in 3 different ways. So I've been living in Bansko for the past 3 years, and I've decided I want to move on. I want to go live in a mountain town in Italy, but I didn't know where. So I created a custom GPT. And with all the criteria, I wanted a good cost of living. I actually found a place that's cheaper than Bansko, surprisingly, in Italy. Has to have a co-working. Italy is also not cheap, but I found a place. So the spreadsheet was about this long, because it turns out I have a lot of criteria, a little bit picky. So we had a list of 22 places. Now it's down to 4. I've narrowed it down to. I have never heard of any of those places. I haven't been to any of those places. And so in January, I'm going to go check it out, because obviously I can't totally rely on ChatGPT. But I'm so grateful for that, because without ChatGPT, I would have no idea where I was going to be living. I would never have heard of any of these places. So Custom GPT can tell you the perfect place to live. The other thing that I did with a Custom GPT is I own a cat e-commerce company. So naturally, I decided to write a book with a custom GPT about cats giving dating advice. Now, it was a fun book, but people said, look, it's a cute book, but I got this text from this guy, how should I respond? So then I created a custom GPT that you could interact with. So you could actually write, the guy said this, what do I do? And it would tell you what to say. Now, it was fun. It would say things like, oh, I understand, trying to find your perfect guy is difficult. But it was actually based in research. It was based in stoicism. And so if you have a business, custom ChatGPT is great for helping you write your book. It's great for keeping people on your site in terms of a chatbot. And from a personal point of view, it's great if you need dating advice, or if you're in a relationship and you just want to know how to keep things going, you can create a GPT for that. The other thing I love about GPTs is coaches. I have so many custom GPTs as coaches. I own 3 businesses. I have a custom GPT for each of those businesses, plus an overall one to help me prioritize. I have one that analyzed my blood work, which my doctor was quite upset because she said it recommended things she hadn't even thought about. Obviously, if you're using it for medical purposes, please, check with a doctor. I've had one help me train for a race. I have a nutritionist. You can use them for life coaches. Sorry, Daniel. Personal development coaches, basically anything. So it really can change your life. So you might be wondering, how do you do this? 4 simple ways. Decide on your topic, what part of your life you want to change. Create the custom GPT. Refine. It's never going to be perfect the first time. And then, ta-da, you have your dream life. That simple. Well, almost that simple. A couple of tips when you're doing this. The first thing is you want to be really, really specific. So like I mentioned, I have one for each of my businesses because they're in different stages. So choose a specific topic. This is why I have like 25 custom GPTs. Second thing is you want to include a famous person that you like, or at least a school of thought. So for my business ones, I have Tony Robbins. Not Tony Robbins, Richard Branson. Act like Richard Branson would. For the personal development one, I have Tony Robbins. If there isn't a famous person, then you can say stoicism, whatever it is, that works for you. Finally, the other thing that I find is really helpful is tell it how you want to interact with you. Do you need a cheerleader? Do you need it to be like, yay, you're amazing, you're doing great? Tell it, I want like this. Maybe you need the tough love approach. You know what works for you. So that's what the most important thing is. So my call to action for you today is to create your own custom GPT within the next 7 days, because your dream life could just be one conversation away, even with an AI bot.
I realized we didn't give you the slides.
What's that?
We didn't give you the slides.
I know, I just realized that.
Thank you so much. I must apologize. It's funny. I just said to Laurel, we forgot to put your slide up. And she was like, I know, I just realized that too. So, apologies. I know that you did have a QR code on there. And what I will do is maybe I'll drop it in the email, or we've got a WhatsApp chat as well. If you want to hear more from Laurel there will be a way to get in contact with her.